What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Monday night, 7 p.m. is your favorite place to be. The Collective Unfiltered with
Let's go.
Alexis Hornbuckle. Boog, Jay, say what up to the people.
Yo, what's good, y'all? We back in the building, episode 48, y'all. We 2 weeks away from 50. Let's go. Lock in. We apologize for the slight delay. We have an additional team member to the squad. Welcome, Carter. He's another producer behind the scenes, working with our main man, Bobby Catfish. All right. So, what's up, Lex? Who's our special guest? Let us know.
Man, we got Coach E in the building. Hey, listen, when we get this show started, if y'all watch women basketball, and we do have a lot of lady ball and just women basketball fans, they're going to know who you are. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, people? What's up? I'm glad to be on the show, man. Thank you so much.
We definitely having you. Again, this is Coach E, Ernestia Williams, former the other UT Longhorn. And professional hooper, and now she's doing so much more. She still does a lot with basketball. I know now you specialize in post work, right? Post and guards,
yes.
work. Let them know kind of a little bit. Introduce yourself, who you are, what you're doing, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna have a great conversation tonight, and I'm excited.
Awesome, man. So my name is Ernestia Williams. Go by Earnie Williams or Coach E. Right now, I am currently in Austin, Texas. Went to the University of Texas. Was coached under Coach Conrad in Gail Gaston course. So right now, I am a forwards and post coach in Austin, Texas, and I specialize in electrotherapy using a machine called the Newbie. And with that, I'm able to help athletes or anybody that's in pain accelerate the recovery process and actually find the origins of their pain. And we work out with an electrotherapy machine. It feels like a TENS, but it's way stronger than the TENS that us athletes know. You have to move through exercises while it's on, and man, the machine is awesome. It actually helped me add 3 to 4 years onto my 7-year career playing overseas. I had ACL tears, meniscus tears, bone on bone, knees looking like craters on the inside. So yeah, I love it. That's basically what I do. I have a couple podcasts as well. I have one podcast, Coach Earnie Williams, where I just talk about post-skill basketball advice for student athletes, the young student athletes that aspire to make it to college like we did, or even professionally. And then I have another one called Triple Double Life, that it's more of a vlog of my journey in entrepreneurship, and where I like to bring I want to talk about financial literacy and mental health for athletes and coaches. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm not the financial expert, but I want to bring people on that are financial experts in budgeting and credit and real estate and investing and whatever that we need to build our wealth while we play, while we coach, or even after. So that's it.
Man, hey, right there, that's the key. That's the secret right there. Like, man, y'all, that's the blueprint for real.
It is. I know about a whole lot because y'all know we ain't bringing just any old bodies on this show. Right? Case this is your first time ever watching the Collective Unfiltered. Our show is based off 4 pillars: athletes, business, finance, and equality.
Yes.
You don't have to fit those, but you got to fit in at least one of those categories. And as you know, some of our guests fit into all of them. But let them know who brings us this show, though.
Yo. First and foremost, we got to give a huge shout out to our producers, our platform, the Volunteer Roadshow. Lex and I were in Knoxville last Monday night for a business meeting with Revitalist Clinic. If you don't know about it, check it out. But also, we were there to watch the selection show. We wanted to be on Rocky Top to see where we got that seed. And so as I was driving to Knoxville, saw that big old billboard with our guy Billy and Bobby when the Volunteer Roadshow. So that's a blessing for our platform to be on a big old billboard right before you hit Rocky Top. So that was dope. Also got to give a shout out to Terry Holder, Orange Mountain Designs, your only provider outside of the UT that can carry that Lady Ball orange, that Lady Ball logo, and the Pat Summitt Foundation. Big shout out to Blue Water Climate Control, as well as Just Past the Tuner guy Nelson down in Miami, Hound Dogs of Knoxville, and Tennessee Tap House. And of course, my girl Buck, Lexus Hornbuckle Basketball, as well as the Gold Fitness and Sports Performance Training. We appreciate all of you guys. Woo! Hearing all the sponsors. I was like, get out, boy.
Let's keep growing. Remember when we had like one? No, actually, remember when we had none?
No, we
that's crazy.
We always had two.
Oh, us, our brands. Yeah, of course. Of course, my bad. What am I thinking? All right, so Ernie, you spoke a little bit about your injuries throughout your journey, throughout your basketball career that kind of led you towards that electrotherapy. I want to speak about the mindset. When was the first injury? When did that occur? What age? What level? And all the way through to the last one. But what was your mindset? Because I'm pretty sure the enthusiasm to get back on the first one was probably a lot stronger than, the latter surgeries that you had. And if it wasn't, tell us why it wasn't, why you were able to sustain that, that mentality that I'm going to get back no matter what.
Absolutely. So the first one was in high school. I was a freshman. And it was weird. I wasn't even going up for a layup. I was literally dribbling like diagonally across the court. And I just took a step and went down. And I kind of crawled to the bench. And then I got up, right? Anybody that has torn their ACL, sometimes you can get up and walk it off and feel like, okay, I don't know what that was, but let me just go ahead and walk it off. Maybe I can get in. But when you try to get in, you try to stand or you try to make a cut, you're like, this don't feel right, right? So that was the first one. Getting through that as a high schooler, I was just chomping at the bit to get back. It was my first real big injury. And it was like, okay, so this is not going to be the end of me. I got to get back just because I want to prove it to myself.
Right.
And of course, you get the people saying, oh, she might not be the same player or she won't be as good. So that also inspired me too. Because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be just as good. I'm gonna be better, right? So I had to put the work in. So that was probably the easiest one when I was a freshman. Then fast forward, not an ACL, but injuries. Ankle roll, big ankle roll. I went to McDonald's All-American game, man, 2005. It was the practice before the game. We were practicing, doing some 3-on-3. And I probably came down on like a rebound or something. I mean, I cracked my ankle so bad that thing swole up, and I was able to play. I'm like, look, I'm playing. You better wrap this thing up. This is the McDonald's All-American game. I gotta get on TV, right?
Whatever you gotta do,
right? I couldn't move, man, but I had a good old 3 points. I made a 3-pointer. My mama was happy. I was on there. But I couldn't move, so I was like, dang. So that was the second one. Freshman year at UT, I had the same knee. I bumped it. Something happened. I had to have a meniscus repair. That was the left one. And then later on that season, we were playing against Duke. And it was my first start. It was like the sixth game of the season. First start as a freshman. Hype, you know how that is. And we're battling, going back and forth with Duke. I get a breakaway. I get a steal, fast breakaway layup. And I'm going down left-hand side. I go up, but I come down all wrong, right? I didn't absorb force. When I landed, I knew, I was like, that felt like the first one. Excuse me. I was like, that felt like the first one. So I already knew like they were going to take me back, try to check it out. But in my head, I was like, okay, let me just go get ready for the worst because I feel like the worst. So that was the second one. And then shoot, I can't remember. I've had at least so one ACL on each, and then meniscus repairs on both. And then ankle, those ankle rolls throughout this.
Once you start,
I know, man. I had a bad ankle roll over in Spain. But it's like it was my third year pro. I was 2012, 2013. There was an alumni, Edwina Brown from UT, that told me to go see this guy named Garrett Salpeter in Austin. And he had a business called Neufit, Neufit. And I went there, and he had this electrotherapy machine. And so he searched my body to figure out the origins of pain that I have, the muscles that were basically weak and not absorbing force. Pretty much how my body was working. You could just throw a little electrode on me and it would be in the right place, because everything was messed up. But I had did chiropractor, I had done acupuncture, I did everything. You know, at places like Tennessee and UT, we have the money to find these different modalities to try and help our body, but nothing was sustainable. It fixed it, but it didn't sustain and change my nervous system. The electrotherapy changed my nervous system. And so I held his hand and did assisted squats for 5 minutes, y'all, on this machine. Every 10 squats, he turned it up. And I'm like, I can't go no more. So I left that day not feeling my knees. And if you're in pain and you know pain, feeling my knees was normal. Like feeling pain or tightness or something aching was normal. I didn't feel anything. So I walked out. I was like, this feels good, but my mind's playing tricks on me. So I kept going back, and I kept going back, and I kept getting better. I'm like, oh my goodness, I found it. Finally, I found it. Right. So I just started working out with him. And I had got cut from Puerto Rico, and I had this span of 3 months. I was working out with him 2 to 3 times a week before I went to Sweden. And I worked on my ankles, man, my feet and my shins. So come to find out, for me, I wasn't absorbing force mostly because of my shins, from my knee down to my feet. The feet are the first thing that hit the ground. So if they don't tell the rest of the body how to react, everything is slow. Everything's behind. So once I started working on my feet, I began to understand how to absorb force, how to jump, how to cut, move laterally better. I went on to Sweden to have a great year. No injuries there. I felt good. I was skinny, but I was eating all the time. I was athletic. It was good. It was a good year. So I was like, okay, I found something. So I kind of just stuck around and started hanging out with him and like trying to learn, because I'm like, I know what we go through as college athletes, and then what we go through as, if you go play on at the next level, when you go overseas, you might not find the same things that we have here in the States. So I'm like, I got to learn this stuff. I got to tell people. So that's what I do. I love it.
That's awesome. We got to talk after this, because obviously in women's soccer, the ACL injuries is astronomical. Like, yes, it really is. And right now I'm trying to work. Whatever, we're gonna rap about that later. But so of course, I know we haven't got to talk in depth, but so I coached at University of Texas, 2012 to 2016.
Okay.
Got to work very closely with Jody Conrad and the diversity committee for the athletic department.
Okay, cool.
Of course, Coach G. I was recruited heavily by Duke. Met her because a former rival of ours from my hometown. She played basketball for her. And then of course she came to Texas. So, I got to get to know them very well. Great. I mean, Jody was like a Pat for me. Yeah. I was close to Pat, both through Lex and as well as just my own. She used to come to all of our games when they weren't on the road. And so for you, obviously, I know both of them. So being able to play for Jody and for Coach G at, obviously the most well-funded university in the country, what was that experience like, going from Jody going to Coach G? Both very good coaches in their own right, but very different, right? So how was that for you, coming out of high school and going to the University of Texas? Like, everything's bigger in Texas. Like, what's up?
Right. Everything definitely is bigger in Texas. I was there for 2 years under Coach Conrad and under Travis Mays and Karen Aston. But I was only really able to play 1 year because of my ACL. And then the second year, I was able to play under Coach. And the thing about Coach is that Coach Conrad she just has an aura about her, man. It's like It's just a connection. It's a natural connection that you just have. And you don't even have to talk to coach. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say a lot, but you just feel that she has the best interest in for you, and she is trustworthy, and she's going to get you to where you need to be, whether it's through her hands-on work or it's through the coaching staff. And like, that's the main reason I picked Texas, is because I felt like, dang, with all these coaches, it was Travis Mays, who's at SMU, it was Karen, it was Kathy Hart. I'm like, yo, I feel like if I stay my 4 years, I'm gonna be where I'm gonna be that player that I want to be, and probably even more, right? But I wasn't able to have 4 years with her because she had decided to retire, and then after that, it was like, okay, who they bringing in, and right, so Duke was like that team, right? When I was coming up in high school, watching Elena Beer, watching Curry. I'm like, dang. So once I got the word that it was Coach Gessencourt's, it was like, okay, cool. Bringing in another coach that, knows how to win. They've been in those situations. So we're going to be okay. Now, I just have to understand how to let her know I got a starting position.
When we as athletes tell the coaches how shit gonna go, that goes.
That's how it's gonna go down. I know you knew, but no. Yo, it was just like, whoever started, it was free game. That's how it is when you come into, you have a new coaching staff. You just gotta do what you do and put your best foot forward. And that was my thing, is just trying to work hard and make sure that I was a value to the team. It was Coach Gessencourt's. It was like, okay, all good. But yeah, playing for her they were very different. It's hard to explain, man. It's been some time. Let's see, how can I explain it? I don't know.
Yo, I will say, for me, Coach G, obviously I didn't play for her.
Yeah.
She was the only that was able to really recruit me, and I actually seriously considered going to Duke for like a second.
Yeah.
Because I loved her as a coach. I loved like her kids in the summer had their summer reading when they're during the school. Did she make y'all read books too? Yes,
we definitely did. We definitely had 1 or 2 books. Yep. We had to read a book. A lot of leadership, what was that guy? He I can't think of the author, but he has a bunch of books it were short reads though, but I liked them. So we definitely read books for sure.
Yeah, see, I like that, because you're not only training and challenging us athletically when it comes to getting on the same page with the strength and conditioning coach, the athletic trainer, but she's saying, hey guys, I'm going to lead you, and I'm going to make sure your mind is sharp off the court. So here, take this. Instead of saying, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, let me help you. This is what we're going to read. Go read this. Go get that. It's very specific. And I didn't even like to read when I was being recruited, but something about the way that she showed her leadership and the way that the entire team bought into it, to me, that was special.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, Book, we got anything on the comments?
Yeah.
I think I saw.
Yeah,
they lighten up.
I was just about to say, Maria, what's good? She said it's the great Ernestia Williams. Hey, if you don't know about Maria, well, she knows about you. Maria is all things women's athletics, especially some women's basketball. I know right now she's probably got her TV on one side and the computer on the other. She's on here she probably on here almost every 3 to 4 weeks. She's got 2MC and Buck with Lex.
Whoa. That's not the name of the show.
My bad.
The show. So it ain't me feeling myself. Maria actually named the show, but can we get the name of the show right, bud?
Sorry. Say it again. 2MC.
No, don't
I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
He was trying to say is on Wednesday nights at 7. Maria and myself, we do the Buck
and 2MC. I'm tripping. Buck and 2MC. So live every Wednesday, and of course they also give that post game show. Might be. But she said it's the great Ernestia Williams. Denise Teague, she said, hello, everyone. My bae, Bree, said, what up, guys? Mary Campbell, big upsets today. So proud of Belmont. Go Lady Vols. And Donna said, hey, y'all. Sandra over there talking about, hola, chicas.
What I'm saying?
And then Kenny also said equality ? Talk about the NCAA women's tournament.
Wow.
So what y'all thought? Y'all the hoopers in the building. Of course, I don't know if anybody saw it, but somebody posted. Was it Maria? I don't know who posted it.
It was a few different people, but Maria was one of them.
People posted the NCAA women's tournament, NCAA men's tournament kind of grab bags. Basically, you know, all the little free stuff you get on a bag. And literally the women's bag was like, and then the men's bag was like, blah. So
wow, I can't.
So yeah,
I can't deal with it. Oh.
So how y'all feel?
It came down to the food, the bag, so you know your merch, and the weight room, what they're able to lift with. So the guys, literally, it looks like you walked into Texas Athletic Training Center, right? For the men.
Right.
Okay. By the way, I did get to work out there and shit. It was dope. I love working out there. But, hey, that's the perks of having your best friend being an assistant soccer coach. I was all up on that campus working out, boy. But no, so they had the weight room where the girls have just a little tower with weights that only go up to 30 pounds. What your post players gonna do?
You doing a workout.
you know I need a 50 pound.
Right. You know what I'm saying? 30, like I'm doing 30s as a guard. What the coach gonna do? And just some little stuff like a bench, like really simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? The merch game was ridiculous. I mean, the guys had the little blanket cover, pillow cover, shirt, this, that, and the third. They gave them a little towel, you know, because they always give out the towels, the NCAA tournament towels. A T-shirt. I think it was like a water bottle or something. Maria, can you put in the text, because I know you know exactly what they got wise. So and then also the meals. They got a little joint that they eat. You ever playing turkey? Nah, listen, they feed you the bare minimum sometimes. And that's what they gave these girls. Like, let me get some bread.
Let me get a couple rolls and some mashed potatoes. That's it.
Little PB&J.
Let me pasta with some salt and butter.
Man, I didn't see the grab bag or anything. The only picture I saw was the dumbbell, like the one little tree dumbbell, and then the big the racks that the guys had. That's the only one I saw. I kind of wasn't paying attention, but like it feels like it's getting worse. So we talked about all this equality this summer, and I feel like they're not hearing it. Nobody's making changes. You know, it's getting worse. I feel like it's going backwards, from the money to the actual how facilities look compared to men's and women's. When you bring recruits into the women's athletic department or whatever for any type of school, it should be known that it's the women's part, right? It shouldn't have the men's accomplishments on there. That's what I think. It should, when you bring it in, because sometimes sometimes volleyball would come to UT and they come look at our stuff. And when you walk in, what I don't like is that our accomplishments aren't plastered everywhere. It's the men's, right? We have WNBA players. We have the championship in the building. So where's that at, So that's the one thing I can talk freely about that I don't like about our facility. And I haven't since I played there. But we do get spoiled, but still, there's the equality. We have to have the equality there. It just isn't there. So I don't know if it's going to take alumni to come back and like bang on doors and be like, look, y'all need to stop this and change it. You know,
Right.
I think so. I think it's going to take us alumni to come back and really get and be a part of the community or the organization,
Right.
and really get our words out there, you know?
Right. And I mean,
So,
the alumni at Texas is strong. You know what I mean? I mean, same in Tennessee, but
right.
I certainly think no matter who the coach is or what the lineage or connection, like your alumni has to be a big piece of your organization, especially in programs that have as much influence as your Texases, your Tennessees, you know, your Dukes. You know, you have to continue to have those conversations with your alumni because, you know, at the end of the day, there are still young girls that are still going to Tennessee because of who they know, because of what they know about Pat Summitt, because of, you know, your Three Meeks, your Hornbuckles, your Parkers, you know, your Nikki Genesikis, your Shannon Bobbitt, you know. So people are and same with Texas, you know. So it's just like those names carry weight, you know, no matter what. So I certainly think that that's a huge piece of the conversation. Real quick, let's let them know who's bringing them the Collective Unfiltered with Buck and Jay Book. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. No, I could kind of hear some ruffles, but nothing. All right, y'all, real quick, while Lex figures it out. This segment of the Collective Unfiltered is being brought to you by Volunteer Rose Show, Blue Water Climate Control, our girl Terry Holder down at Orange Mountain Designs, Tennessee Tap House, Hound Dogs of Knoxville, Just Passing Tutoring, as well as Alexis Hornbuckle Basketball, and the Gold Standard Sports and Performance Fitness Training. We also urge you guys, you see Sam Strong on the screen right now, please go to the Volunteer Show on Facebook. There's a button where you can donate. You can also go to the website, donate to Sam Strong, donate to fund leukemia and cancer research in children. So keep supporting our guy, Sam. He's holding on. He's being strong. So please go in and support. We appreciate all of you guys on Facebook. Continue to give your engagement, interaction. Of course, if you have any questions for Coach E, drop them in the chat. Y'all know how we roll. And of course, if there's anybody you want to recommend to join the show, let us know what's up. And with that being said, we got Buck back on the show coming in, and we have a question for Coach E. So, Coach E, who has been biggest inspiration?
Let's see. In terms, so we'll say in terms of basketball, my basketball career, myself and my mom. So myself, I'm just always wanted to be the best. As a kid, I wanted to play in the WNBA. I wanted to play, whatever the best league was before WNBA, whatever that was. And as a kid, I just want to play pro, right? I want to be with the best. ABL, yeah, of course. But my mom has been, my biggest inspiration. As a single parent, I've watched her win a championship in Hays, Kansas, at Fort Hays State University. At an NAIA, she lost both of her parents at 2021 and raised me from the jump and was putting me in all kind of sports and allowed me to flourish as an athlete and a young lady. I was always around the game and just loved it from the jump. She picked us up and moved us to Oklahoma just to play with another AAU team that has saw me playing against them in an MAYB tournament back in the day, back in Hutchinson, Kansas. My team beat them, and they were like, yo, you want to play with us in AAU Nationals? Like, yeah, let me ask my mama. So, so we moved from Hayes, Kansas, Western Kansas. If anybody knows it, super small town. Moved to Oklahoma. Played, high school at Sapulpa High School outside of Tulsa, and was able to stay with that AAU program for 5 years and really, really get developed, and then be able to get seen by, coaches across the nation. So that really opened my game up. So everything was just about giving back to her and making her proud, and just saying thank you, living into my passion, saying thank you to the coaches that my AAU coaches, all the coaches that touched me on my way up to college and professional. Is just giving back to them and saying thank you by playing the game the right way, giving it my all, and just having the gift to play basketball like we do, just doing the damn thing, having fun, putting everything out there on the court. And it was really fun. It was just really fun for me, except for the dang injuries. Like, yeah, it was good.
What were name the countries that you played in? And you mentioned you got cut from Puerto Rico. What team were you with?
San Armand. Yeah, I think they only had a team for like maybe one or two seasons, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't there when I was there.
Yep. So I played my first year in Portugal, played for like a couple months in Ecuador, then went to Spain, then went to Puerto Rico, went to Sweden, Romania, France, and then France for a little bit. I had to take that season off because of knees again, and then went back to Romania twice, and then through Euro Cup and some different leagues, played in like Czech Republic and Croatia and different countries. But that's pretty much where I actually was stationed and played. I was able to play two weeks in China. We did got a group of girls from the USA and did a little tour out there and played against their actual national team. I got a little butts handed to us a couple times, but but it was fun. It was so fun, man. I love traveling. I've been retired for like 4 or 5 years now. I don't know. And I'm missing traveling. I was like, can't wait to get out the country. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. I miss the traveling, but I don't miss living out of a suitcase, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I'm glad y'all can hear me again. Number one.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Bro. It's okay. I held it down.
Always. Yeah. Never worried. I know you got me. I ain't worried. So I know we missed Alex. If you can hear me, I know you can hear me. So Sandra, that 954 number that just sent you the NCAA. Let's can you pull that up, Alex?
Carter.
His name is Alex Carter.
I know.
Okay, can you tell me once again what you want me to pull up?
Did she send you a link of the NCAA with the women hat? Is the 954 number? Y'all don't be
okay. Yeah. Let me get it pulled up here, guys. I'm sorry.
No,
it's a YouTube. See, the link's not working. Let me see if I can.
What you want, the bracket?
No. We wanted to actually show our, everybody that's watching and following what the weight room looked like, what the disparities were.
Oh, is it a picture?
Between the crazy. Text you, Carter, text that 954 number, your email.
Okay, I got a YouTube link. Is that what y'all want to see?
Yeah. Post that real quick. So this is for Kenny Hicks wanted us to talk about this and the lack of equality. So yeah, pull that up real quick.
Let's go. Drop some more questions in the chat. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Need some more engagement. Let's go.
Hey, you know what's happening right now? Maria is going to have Tyler Summit on Positive Lady Ball page at 8 p.m.
Yo, what? That's in 10 minutes.
Pop in on that Zoom call live. So, Lady Ball fans, after y'all get done and you press that in,
let's go. Hey, y'all need to have a computer and the TV. Y'all can watch the games. Y'all can lock in. Y'all, we got so much good energy in the building. Let's go. Come on.
So, question. What made you decide to go to the University of Texas as a young recruiter? athlete, what was like, nah, this is the school for me?
Absolutely.
Real quick though, before that, where did you grow up? Where did you get recruited from?
So I grew up pretty much from 1 to like 12 or 13. You know, we got that's that education. So from zero to like 13, Hayes, Kansas, Western Kansas, small town. Then we moved to Sapulpa, Oklahoma. It's a little town right outside of Tulsa. So I went to high school in Sapulpa for 4 years there, and then chose University of Texas. So and it was between University of Texas, LSU, and then OU.
Oh.
So yeah, it was really tough. It was more so LSU in Texas. So going to Texas, I mean, it's something about when you go and you are with the team and you're going to dinner and you're just kind of seeing and feeling the vibe. Texas was the vibe for me. But what I was looking at was, of course, the great education. You know, how did the campus feel and look? My major. And then I was looking at who my coaches were. Like I said earlier, with those 4 coaches, I just felt they recruited me so hard, and I felt that they really wanted me, right? I was not just, you know, a last minute type of player. Let's get this player for fill this scholarship. No, they were on me from the jump. As soon as they saw me, they were coming to volleyball games in high school. They were coming to all basketball games. They were coming to all AAU tournaments, you know? So they recruited me very hard. And I felt like I was definitely going to be the player that I wanted to be had I been with them for 4 years. I also looked at my upperclassmen. Who was I going to be able to play with for 1 or 2 years and be led by? 1 year, Nina Norman, Coco Reed were my seniors, Tamara Cobbins. I was able to play with Tiffany Jackson for 2 years, Katrina Robinson for 2 years. You know, and then the players that I was coming in with. So it was a group of us, I think it was 7. We had a pretty big recruiting class. I was coming in with 2 more McDonald's All-Americans, Crystal Boyd and Erica Ariaran. So, and then everybody else that was in there, yeah, and everybody else that was in the class was a top Texas player. They could have also been McDonald's All-American, you know? So I was like, okay. My thing was I wanted to come in and play, but I want to come in and work hard, and I want to play with people that can play and they want to play. They want to win. And so that's what I saw. I saw a challenge, and I saw like I needed that to raise my game. You know, I didn't necessarily want to come in and be the best player, but I wanted to work to be one of the best. What else? And that's pretty much that was my thought. That was my thought process, pretty much.
That thought process you just explained is something that, in my opinion, and you know, y'all, we all coach and train now. I think that's missing with this new age era. That desire to say, I know that I'm good. You know, like hell, I'm really good, but I don't want to come in and just be the best. I want to work to be the best and leave being the best.
Exactly.
Come into a situation where they don't have to work hard, but they look right. The only bad thing is if you come in that way, everything falls on you as a freshman. Right?
Yeah.
That's a lot to take in when you're adjusting as a young woman from a high school role to a collegiate role. People don't understand. It's a completely different type of game. At the end of the day, it's basketball, but the level is different. The way that you practice, compete, train, all of that is different. So, you know, shout out to all our young athletes. I hope you heard that line. She came in wanting to work to be the best, even though she knew she could leave being one of the best. Still had that same work ethic. So definitely applaud you for that.
Yeah, most def. Hey, we getting active on Facebook right now. One other question was, what did you study at Texas?
I studied applied. What did I study? So basically, I had an education degree. Hence, I'm coaching and teaching. I didn't necessarily want to be like a professor in a classroom, but I always thought I would be able to teach the game or teach something that I would master. Originally, I wanted to be an architect, but I didn't want to be an architect. I wanted to be a professor. 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 I wanted when I got there, practice seemed to be at the same time as architecture classes. So I wasn't able to be an architect and make my little monies by the time I graduated. So that didn't work out.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, for a lot of high level athletes, like for me, like, yeah, I picked a major, I had a minor, but in the day, I'm like, yo, I'm playing professional, so I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, I had this little degree over here, but I'm being a professional, so period. Like, what's up? Give me my paper. And
Papers.
I'm walking right on over here across this draft stage. What's up?
Yes.
So yeah, that's the and another question. We got 2 more questions. What's next?
What's next? Man, I'm really excited about the Triple Double Life podcast. So right now, so my story is like when I had to retire, I retired because of a final injury, or my knees was just like, hey, come on, let's go home. Let's just go sit it down. You done did what you did. You good? Okay.
Over.
So sit down. We're done. Game is over. But it wasn't my choice. It was my body's choice, and I wasn't ready. So there's the mental health aspect of that, and then there's like the 7 years of what was I doing other than playing basketball? Like, was I learning how to invest in stocks? Nope. Was I creating my network when I came home in the summer? Nope. Was I building my wealth some kind of way? Real estate? Was I learning real estate? And I wasn't doing those things. And I wish I could tell players that are getting ready to be it's their rookie year or their third year or they're even veterans, 7, 8 year, and they're still trying to play. Hey, start learning some other skills. Start building your brand. Start doing just build your own vlog. Like, all you gotta do is wake up and be like, boom, it's Monday. And then go through your whole week because people want to see that, So I wish I could have done that. I wish I was there, back in the day. But I'm doing that now. And my biggest thing is trying to help people like you and I, and our young kids, and our coaches, right, that give their passion in years. Like, when they're finally done after 20 years, they should be good. Like, they should have a whole $1 million portfolio of stocks or this, in real estate. That's my goal. I don't know that stuff, so I'll be bringing experts on the show to give that information out to our community, our especially our females. Like, we go overseas and we play for long years, but we don't get the same millions and dollars that the guys get. So we definitely have to get our money up by the time we're done playing, so that when it's time to retire, there's no, that transition is easier. Mm-hmm. And you have choice of doing what you want, right? You've created whatever you need to for yourself, or when you come home, you have a network to say, hey, I want to do this. Let me call up so-and-so. Maybe they know somebody, and it's an easier transition, right? So we got to get out of only feeling like we're athletes. We're not just athletes. We know that, but we have to act as if we got to do our plan for our plan B while plan A is going, basically.
No, that makes makes a lot of sense. I love what you're doing, and I know I've been dropping the ball, but y'all will see me on one of these podcasts. Believe
yeah,
it's coming.
Me too. I'm coming on too.
Jay coming too.
Big fan.
Yo, E, like what you're saying, like I'm literally over here like super hype about what you're saying, because that's the niche. Like, that's the piece of it. And that's why, like, finance, business is a piece of our 4 pillars, because, Lex and I will be the first to tell you, like, we didn't do that either. And now we figured it out and we're doing it. It's just like, I mean, and of course I'm in women's soccer, which is the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to, equality. Like, our women's national brings in more money than the men on a regular basis. And yet there's such a huge disparity, right? So when I was playing pro, I was getting scraps. You know what I mean? Even though I was in the original draft class of the CSU, I'm getting scraps, right?
Peanuts. I'm getting peanuts. I'm like, can I get a cashew? Right. Almond?
And so, like in women's sports, I would probably say when it comes to financial literacy, is that 1 to 2%, 1 to 2%, and that's small across women's sports. You got your Serena Williams, you know, your Lisa Leslie, your Candace Parkers, Diana Taurasi's, who, you know, all those people who are in the 1% of those respective sports. That, of course, you know, for them, like, they're receiving, you know, the endorsements and things like that. But it's like the players that are kind of, you know, in that kind of just middle, just ground where you're making good money. But when you step away from the game, it doesn't matter if you're drafted first or damn 70th. I was number 7. But if you're drafted in any of those, you're stepping away from the game and you're saying, I'm good. All right. So now I can think about, okay, what do I want to go into? Knowing that I can still support myself, support my family, and step into a different arena, you know, and not just be, quote unquote, the basketball player, the soccer player, you know, and step into it. So, you know, understanding stocks, you know, that's free. That's free.
That's next.
It is.
So now, like, everything you're talking about is super dope, and that's next level. Like, we gotta have that for sure.
We do have Harold Denton on YouTube said it's easy, coach.
No, I'm gonna put you on the line, Harold. Coach Ernie.
Dude. So now that you there's 2 more questions. Which question did you ask, Luke?
I asked Sands question. Last one.
The logo's kind of in the way on my screen, guys. I'm on my phone. But what has
been your biggest obstacle in life?
Life.
I
don't know if I have a biggest obstacle. I think I've just had like moments. So the thing that takes over is anxiety and depression because of certain things, right? So there was it's a weird kind of continuous level of anxiety and depression around my knees while I was playing overseas. You know, it's sometimes you don't even know that you're going through it, but you don't. It's like, I'm depressed, but I'm still functioning. I'm still getting up and going to practice. I'm still hanging out with the team, but I always have this cloud of like, I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt myself. I need Wednesday off. Like, that was, I don't want to ask the coach for Wednesday off, all this stuff. And it was cloudy. You know, your head is cloudy about worrying about your knee. And really the only time that I was not anxious was actually when I was playing practice for that 2 hours or the game. I would forget, and then after that, it's like, okay, how do I deal with this? So, and then, you know, some seasons were better than others, so it kind of ebbed and flowed. So that's that in the career, and then the pandemic, you know, retirement, man, figuring out. It's been 4 years of like a steady uphill battle of like, okay, what am I going to do? From an Amazon driver, from a Lyft driver, from working for Lyft, I was a mechanic in the warehouse. Like, I've done it all, trying to figure it out. And I'm like, and I've always been training, but it's always been a side hustle on the weekends. I've always chosen money. I've picked money instead of picking my gift. And I've like finally got it. So I got this decent job, good job at Dell, worked there for 9 months. And then I was like, I hate this. I quit in the middle of the pandemic. And then, you know, there was a little bit of like fear around that too. But I just went with it. And I just began to get happy. I'm very happy. I'm doing what I love. I'm trying to find my purpose by using my gifts. Don't know what my purpose is, but I have these gifts of talking to the youth and wanting to give this, you know, information to people that need it and pulling them in. So I'm just trying to find that. and make some dang money. Shoot.
Hey, I feel you on that. For real. Feel you on that.
Harold, by the way, wanted you to know that he was completely joking around with you. He knows you're not an easy coach. Harold,
all good, Harold. All good, man. All love.
All right, so before we start to wrap this show up, Boog, put her in the hot seat, man.
Ooh, we got the hot seat. All right. So what's gonna happen is it's basically just gonna be rapid fire questions. First thing that comes to mind, just bow, put it out there in the air.
All right. Uh-oh, she got a stretch? What y'all about that?
Hey, I just went to the gym, I was a little tight. All right. All right, bet. All right, you ready?
Let's go.
What said, Lex?
To the gym too. I did some curls.
Oh yeah, curls, boy, curls. Lex just left my house, y'all. She left at like about 10 a.m. this morning. So y'all miss us being together again. Yeah. She is in Knox Vegas, so let y'all know in case somebody want to try to pop up on her, hit her up, blow her up. All right. All right. E, you ready?
Let's do it.
2021 NCAA Women's Champion.
Oh, I'm not even watching. Who in it? Oh, Lord.
Bro, what's up?
UConn. I'm going to go with UConn.
Oh, God. All right. 2021 Men's Champion. What's up? We done had Oral Roberts is on the roll, boy.
You talking about
I saw them.
Men now. Men. 2021 Men's Champion.
I don't even know who's in it, y'all.
Oh, come on now.
I know Texas not.
And
they out.
First round, okay?
Tennessee.
Wow. We can't even talk about that. That's crazy.
All right. Yeah, you right.
Okay. Five prediction right now. 18.5 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Number 15, Troy, 78. Down 2 to Texas. Number 2, Texas A&M with 80 points. Who's going to get this? Live prediction right now.
Texas A&M and who?
Troy. Number 2, Texas A&M versus number 15, Troy. A&M has the ball coming out of the timeout, and they're up by 2. 18.5 seconds left to go in the game.
I'm going for Troy. I'm going for the underdog, man. They're going to make a play.
I like it. Hey, listen.
All right. We'll keep y'all posted.
All right, go, Bug. Keep going, Bug.
All right. Best advice you would give to a young kid in 5 words.
5 words.
5 words. That's good shit.
About basketball. Play hard all the time.
Play hard all the time. All right, bet. Favorite basketball moment.
I think for maybe freshman year or sophomore year, I got this. I ain't do a darn thing all game. I got this rebound against Missouri to put us in overtime. That's it. That's all I can do. I ain't did nothing all game. Let me get this rebound and put it back.
LSU SEC game.
Yeah, bro. One play sometimes make a whole.
Hey, big facts. One play. That's all it takes. Same as soccer, yo. One play set you up. All right. Best part about going to UT, as in University of Texas.
I'm about to say,
boom.
Go to Tennessee.
Man, the tradition and the sisterhood, for sure. Connecting with my girls that I play with, and then the alumni. Love it.
All right. Favorite part of Austin?
The Domain.
You said 6th Street.
Sandra said 6th Street.
Say the 6th Street. Nah, Domain, Domain.
The Domain. Hey, the Domain coming up right now, though. For real. The Domain is a whole vibe right now. I used to live around the corner.
Sandra.
Right.
Oh, it is. She stopped doing her hair and everything.
She forgot.
It's my mom, yeah.
Hey, the Domain is a whole vibe right now. Like, they done added so much since I left, but it's okay. I'll be back. All right. Best thing you loved about Coach G.
Coach G challenged us with IQ.
Mm-hmm.
She challenged us. We watched a lot of film, a ton of film. It was always challenging. Challenging us to just think about the game different and really, really, really know our scouting report. I know everybody has a scouting report and had to memorize it, but I'm telling you, like, look, we was memorizing the scouting report better than the school. Like, we had that locked down. That's it, man. On the IQ side, the mentorship on the IQ side was crazy.
Cool. Favorite part about entrepreneur?
I got a class right now. It's supposed to start at 7. My kids are waiting, but what one more question.
Last question.
Favorite part about being an entrepreneur?
Oh man, it's always different. I get bored easy, and I feel like with entrepreneurship, you don't get bored, and it's all on you. I don't get bored because you can change it up. If it don't work, you give 100%. Change it up. Next thing, and or if you do succeed in something, for me, it's like, oh, what else can I do? What's next? So for me, I don't feel bored. I feel like endless freedom.
Awesome. Hey, y'all, look, we appreciate Coach E coming on the show. All her information will be in the chat on the page, so make sure y'all go check her out, link up. Lex and I will definitely be making an appearance on her
Yes, I can't wait.
But we appreciate you, y'all. Everybody go give her a follow. She has to go get to them children. So she can roll out, and me and Lex roll up the show. What's up, chica? Hey, E, we appreciate
you guys.
Link up.
This was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, fans, for the questions. Love you guys, man.
All right, E, we appreciate you.
You too. Peace.
Peace.
All right, Bug, let's wrap this up so I can show face with Maria before Tyler hops off of there.
Big facts. All right. Hey, y'all, we appreciate you chiming in. Episode 48. Look, y'all, we got 49 and we got 50. Hey, we need all the love and support. Episode 50. Like, this is a blessing. Lex, say what's up to the Peter. Let them know what's up.
Yo, what's up? We, like Book said, make sure y'all press that thumbs up, press the like button, but most importantly, share. Follow us, like it, and share it. Those are the 3 steps you got to do, okay? Follow, like, share. That's it. But again, another blessed, successful Monday night. Thank you to Ernestia, Coach E. Williams. We appreciate you coming on. Book, I think they got it. That's her share. She's settling y'all in right there. But shout out again, Orange Mountain Designs, Blue Water Tap House. Oh my God. Blue Water Climate Control. Tennessee Tap House. Sam Strong, and of course, Volunteer Roadshow, and the 2 original sponsors, the Gold Standard and Alexis Hornbuckle Basketball. Boog, take us out. Let them know. Reminder.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We appreciate everybody tuning in. Hey, everybody, go hop over Positive Lady Balls page. Check in. Let's see Tyler, Lex, hopefully make a quick appearance. But just remember, be unfiltered in your truth. We'll see y'all next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern live. Let's go.
Later.